Hey everybody, how you doing? We have a very special guest with us today. On the screen, you can see Miss Stephanie Hayden. Hey Stephanie, say hey to everybody. There you go.
Hello.
But Miss Stephanie is has. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us here today.
Thank
And
you.
but she's actually, I'm gonna let her introduce herself. So Stephanie, if you would
Yeah.
tell everybody what you do.
Yes, I am a nurse here in Murfreesboro at St. Thomas Rutherford.
Awesome.
And I've
And
been
good.
a nurse for about 13 years. And I've been mainly critical care. I did that for about 11. And now I'm in surgery holding at the hospital.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you. And again, thanks for your time meeting with us. Miss Stephanie, if you all remember last week, we posted a video of all the cars and a bunch of people came out and I understand it was supposed to be a candlelit vigil, but because of the rules, everybody stayed in their cars. But coming out and you filmed that, thank you for
Yeah.
allowing us to share that. But I just got to ask, how did that, for one, did you know that was happening? And two, how did that make you feel?
Well, I had heard some rumors. Like, I think somebody had posted something on Facebook.
Mhm.
Some people in the community might come, but I did not know for sure. And I went out and it was so emotional. I mean, it really, there was no one, no dry eyes, like everyone was crying. And to feel just the support and the prayers, and people were honking and cheering, and there were signs. Fish FM was there playing music. It was just the boost that we needed after a long day, and we just appreciate it so much.
Yeah. Well, you all are definitely. I agree with this statement. You've seen people putting signs out that say, our unsung heroes and stuff. So thank you all for what you do. I mean, I just got to ask, if you don't mind me diving in a little bit, but as a healthcare professional, I mean, how does all this going on? How does it make you feel? And personal aside, we'll get to that. But as a healthcare professional, how does it make you feel?
The community support, or just
Yeah. Well, just kind of everything going on in general, because you kind of see the inside track we don't on some of
yeah.
the healthcare stuff.
To say that I'm not a little scared would be a lie.
Yeah, I understand.
I have a husband who's a police officer. He's on the front lines. I have a 3-year-old beautiful little girl and a 6-year-old precious little boy. And I guess the fear is that we'll get sick or I'll bring this home to them. And I have elderly grandparents that I've not been able to see. I went to visit them today and we just waved through the window.
Oh,
But
yeah.
ultimately, I think at the end of the day, I am working with the best staff that I have. There's nobody else I'd want to go through this with. I have great nurses that I work with, great doctors, respiratory therapists, techs, even EDS. So if I had to do this with anyone, there's not a better team. But I think as a nurse, it's a calling. So whether or not you have coronavirus or any other disease, our goal is still to take care of you to the best of our ability. And hopefully this will all end soon and we can get back to our normal daily lives. But it is a little scary. We pray that people are doing what they're supposed to be doing, staying at home, washing their hands, social distancing. There was some data out today that suggested that there might not be as large of numbers, like the surge that they're calling it.
Yeah.
There might not be as a large number of deaths or cases as fingers crossed, that we expected, because there's been some good results with possibly the social distancing and people staying at home. We pray that continues and there's not this huge surge. The hospital is kind of eerie right now. Census is low, which is good. If there's a large surge of patients that come in, we're ready. Where I work right now in surgery holding, we are not doing any elective cases.
Okay.
So that has cut down on the census in the hospital. So really they're using us for floating us throughout the hospital. I went to a class last week to cross-train to go back to the unit to take care of people in critical care. So I think we're ready as best as we can be. Things change hourly, protocols change. So we're just trying to be prepared as best we can.
Yeah, I was actually over there a couple days ago before the stay at home call, but I saw the hospitals making all kinds of prep. What's the word I'm looking for? I say preparations, but it was like Fort Knox to get in the front door.
Yes.
They had it all barricaded out, and I mean there were people stationed in different spots, and I had heard one of the other nurses say that y'all are pulling some pretty long shifts and working, and thank you all for what you do. I mean it's really amazing. Y'all are obviously making a big difference over there, but
Thank you.
also I didn't know. A shout out to your husband. I didn't know he was a police officer. So
thank you. He works at Smyrna Police Department, and
awesome. Well, if you don't mind me asking, with both of you being necessary, essentials. There we go. You have to go to work.
Essential. We're essential.
Yeah, both of you. What, a 3 and a 6-year-old? Was that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you having to make adjustments right now, like with the kids, or how are things personally?
Well, of course. So they go to St. Rose. Obviously, everyone's out of school. My husband's actually recovering from knee surgery right now.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to go back in a couple of weeks on light duty. So he's been able to hang out with them and do homeschooling with them. But my parents have helped, and his parents have helped. Yeah. But it is scary with kind of both of us being on the front lines. It's a little bit of a daunting task to kind of prepare, but we have great family we grew up in Nashville and that are local, and they're husband, my sister. So we have a lot of family support, are ready to jump in when they need to.
I gotcha. Now, like what are you doing to keep safe, like personally? Like do you have any tips for anybody out there, or?
Obviously, I mean, everybody said it a billion times over, wash your hands. Now I think people are wearing masks out more than even going to the grocery store. At first, they didn't want anyone to, and they wanted those to be saved for healthcare providers, which we still want. If you have an N95, that's not necessary to go wear in the grocery store. It should be saved for healthcare workers, but just a simple mask would be good to wear out. Obviously, social distancing, we can't stress that enough. Stay in your house with the people that you live with. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. Stay home. I am showering a billion times a day when I get home from work, just disinfecting in the garage, and my hands are raw. My skin is literally coming off. I don't think I've ever washed my hands so much, but big things, wash your hands. Just kind of be aware of. We've had to think of things differently, like transmission and germs, and explaining it to our kids has been hard. They just want to go and have fun and play with the kids across the street. So really just kind of try not to scare them, but just educate them and kind of be open and honest about it. They're very aware. My daughter talks about coronavirus, and I think it's important to educate them to some level. Obviously, you don't want to traumatize them and scare them, but and just stay away from elderly. Like I said, I went by my grandparents today, and I waved through the door and we made signs, but we're not going near them, and it's hard. Everyone wants to be around their family right now. They're such a risk, and that population of people. So keeping your distance is the best thing you can do right now, and it sucks. It's affecting everyone. But if we can just do this, I feel like a few more weeks longer, hopefully.
I
think we can get over this, and I think we can get through it.
Oh yeah, and I totally understand. My parents live 5 minutes down the road, and not being able to just go say hi or check on them, or it's a little.
I want to give a hug. I want a hug.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just give them a hug. We can give them long distance high five or something.
Yes.
But I was just curious with you kind of touched on the next question I was going to say, but I've been seeing a lot of things on social media and things about from healthcare providers, from other essential workers like police officers and whatnot, of things that people aren't thinking about. And like for example, I saw one the other day from a veterinarian talking about how they were having to treat animals 6 feet away from the owners, and the owners couldn't be there to pet them and to love on them and tell them things are going to be okay, that sort of thing. It was something you don't think about. Is there anything, a message you want to put out there for people, and in this time of, thinking about the healthcare providers or things they can do to help or anything like that?
Main thing is, if we do what we need to do now, I feel like the quicker we do things, even though it's hard right now, we can get through this. And like I said, social distancing, washing hands.
Okay.
It's hard too right now, even to be a patient in the hospital, period. We're limiting visitors. That's what you saw, that kind of Fort Knox, is what you said at the beginning. So it's hard on anyone right now that's sick. And we're praying so much every night for everyone in New York, and New Orleans is getting hit hard, and California and Michigan's getting hit hard. So just praying for everyone, really, and everyone that's sick right now, even without corona. There are people there that are having babies and having surgeries, and their loved ones, everyone's not able to be with them, and that's hard. So to those people that are going through that, we're praying for them too, and all healthcare providers. Even Publix. I gave a mask to a lady at Dollar General today. I had to go in and get some stuff, and she didn't have a mask on, and she's interacting with lots of people coming in, and I had an extra mask in my car, and I gave it to her. So helping your neighbors out, helping your loved ones out, making sure if you have elderly parents or grandparents, making sure that they have the stuff that they need, that they are not going out to the grocery store. If you can run an errand for them, do that. That's all I got.
I like that. You run an errand for them, help them out, help out the family.
Yeah.
I got one more. I know you got to get back to your family. Thank you for your time. But I got one more question. And we have received, I can't even count on fingers and toes how many messages we've received from people that want to reach out and help, healthcare workers in the hospital,
nice.
doctors, et cetera. Is there anything people can do to help in that time, or just need to stay home and wait? Or what can they do?
Stay home, wait, pray. People have delivered food, which is super nice. Dunkin' or Krispy Kreme's had like a free donut day. Chick-fil-A did. People have been so nice. They want to bring masks. They want to bring supplies. If there's been companies that have changed their gear and started producing masks and stuff like that. It's amazing. Everybody can do something right now. If it is as simple as staying home and doing what you're supposed to do, or if you are in the position to, if you have a company and can make masks, and people are doing 3D prints, and just everyone can do something that we can get through this. I don't know that the big thing is just stay at home, say prayers. If you want to send food, you can deliver food, great. But there's just always. But really the main thing is to stay at home and to pray, I think, and just to try to do your part.
Okay. Well, that's great. Thank you. And we may surprise you with that. Did you get any of the Bar Louie food? That was it.
Oh, I wasn't there that night.
That was fun.
But let's see, people. I think somebody brought us crumble cookies the other day.
Oh, nice. There you go. So what if somebody?
Like I said, well, if food hits the break room, it's gone in 5 minutes. I don't know what it is. So
I went with Bar Louie to deliver those meals. There was 134 meals or something.
That's so nice.
Like that. They were cool.
Thank you. That's so nice. Anybody that's doing that, it really is a great pick me up, and it's so nice. So we really appreciate that.
So if somebody delivered like a dozen pizzas or something, that might be, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe you might get that. If people watching out there, we had a lot of so Little Caesars.
We will eat them. They will not go to waste.
That's awesome. Awesome. Well, again, I really want to thank you for your time. I don't want to, there's a whole million other questions I could ask, but I know you got to get back to your family. So thank you very much for what you do.
Thank you, John.
Really appreciate it. And tell your husband thank you again for his service.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much. Have a good one.
Thank you.